That day, Atatürk was at the Florya Pavilion. He was with Ulka. He was in low spirits. At that moment, Conquer arrived at the pavilion. As they sat together, Atatürk asked, "Will you help me, Nuri?" Together with Atatürk, they devised an escape plan and slipped out of the pavilion unseen by the guards. Suddenly, Atatürk's eyes caught a farmer plowing under the evening sun. His hands gripped the plow hard, slowly turning the soil. But there was an ox on one side of the yoke and a donkey on the other. Because they didn't pull with equal strength, the plow yawed from side to side. Atatürk told the driver to stop. They got out. The farmer wasn't far from the road. Atatürk reached into his back pocket, took out his cigarette case, and called out to the farmer, "May it go easy, ah?" Without turning his head, the farmer answered the voice. Thank you, thank you." Atatürk called again. "Got a light, a light?" This time the farmer turned toward the voice. Atatürk was holding an unlit cigarette in his hand. The farmer looked for a moment, then halted the animals and walked toward them, talking as he came and pulling a wick lighter from the sash at his waist. "You're a heavy smoker, I guess, Bey. Only a smoker knows a smoker's plight." We forgot our matches." "How's work, ah?" Atatürk asked. "Did this year's crops make you smile?" The farmer spoke half-heartedly. "May God not be offended, but the yield was poor this year. The fault, frankly, is on us and up above." He pointed to the sky. "We were late, and when the rains didn't come, this is what you get. I see an ox on one side of the plow and a donkey on the other." "Don't you have another ox?" asked Atatürk. "I did once," said the farmer. "But the taxmen sold it." Atatürk frowned. "Do taxmen sell a peasant's means of production?" That can't be. You should have complained to the Muhtar," he added. "Wasn't the Muhtar right there with the officials, Bey?" The farmer replied. Atatürk kept on. "Then you should have gone to the district governor." "You teasing me, Bey?" The farmer said with a wry smile. "Around here, not even a bird flies without the district governor knowing." "All right then. Istanbul is right there. You could have gone to the governor and told him your trouble. Isn't that his job?" The farmer stopped and smiled. "Oh, come on. We've seen him pass through these parts often enough. Even if we grabbed him by the lapel, would he hear our trouble?" "What's your name, Atatürk asked. "Halil." "In the village, they call me Halil Ağa. So you're well off then? They call you Ağa after all. We had a little once. That's how we got the name. The wealth is gone for good, but the Ağa stuck." "All right, Halil Aga. Your case has me really curious," said Atatürk. "As I understand it, a farmer's means of production can't be seized. Yet you say they took it. Let's say the district governorate knew the governor knew. Fine. Tell me this, do you know Ismet Pasha?" "How could one not, Bey?" "Well then, he comes to Istanbul almost every week, goes to the Florya Pavilion. The pavilion is right here. You could have waited at the gate one day and told him your trouble. He'd surely have found a remedy." "You're sweet-talking me," the farmer said. "But look, suppose I go. They won't even let me stand at that gate. Suppose they do. They won't let me see the great Ismet Pasha. Suppose they do show him to me. How am I to explain my situation to him? He's deaf as a post." Nuri Conquer wanted to cut in, but Atatürk stopped him with a gesture. Atatürk said, "All right then." Atatürk himself sat right here all summer. You could have gone, stood before him, and told him your situation. He wouldn't have left you in the lurch. The farmer laughed. "What are you saying, Bey?" "Seeing our Atatürk Mustafa Kemal Pasha, who are we to do that? Like I said, suppose we did see him. Would he lift his head from his work and his meals to chase after our ox? Don't you worry. Our big lad here will do the job and then some. No need to fret." Atatürk put his hand on the farmer's shoulder. "I like you, Halil Aga. One day I'll come to your village and drink your ayran. You're an open-hearted man. But I'll say it again. Don't leave your rights to anyone. Pursue them. They turned and got back in the car. Halil Aga saw them off. Halil Aga said, "Don't you worry, Bey, bless you. No one can lay a hand on our rights. The state owes and it will pay. I sowed late, the heavens withheld their mercy. Does Father State heed that? God bless." The car moved on. After a while, Atatürk said to Nuri Kanker, "This has soured it for me. Let's turn back." He fell silent, a fine sadness on his face. "Good grief," he said. "We sold Halil Aga's ox over tax debt. He's plowing with a donkey, and still he calls the state father. What a blessed nation this is." Atatürk was silent, blue eyes lost in thought. Soon they returned to the Florya pavilion. When the soldiers saw Atatürk beside Nuri Kanker, they were so stunned they forgot to salute. Atatürk said to his adjutant, "Now, find the phone numbers of all the ministers and deputies in Istanbul. I expect them for dinner this evening. Also find Governor Muhittin Üstünda and Prime Minister İsmet Pasha and inform them as well." The adjutant left the room. Atatürk turned to Nuri Kanker. Using his favorite expression, he began, "Listen here, Nuri. Now you're going to take the car we came in and find that Halil Aga. Don't tell him who I am. Say I'm a merchant, a wealthy man, whatever you like. Tell him I took a liking to him and will buy him an ox. Bring him here this evening. Don't arouse suspicion. I said bring him here. Talk him into it, but don't upset him. Don't make him suspicious. Go on, let's see you do it." Nuri Kanker knew the difficulty. Halil Aga was a clever and proud peasant. Bringing him to Atatürk's pavilion without tipping him off would not be easy. Still, he would do his best. Halil Aga was on the village road. Their conversation went like this. "Peace be upon you," said Kanker. "And upon you." "What is it, Bey?" said Halil Aga. "Here's the thing. Our Bey has taken a great liking to you. We liked you too, so what of it?" Halil Aga replied. "He invites you to dinner today, and he will buy you an ox," said Kanker. "An ox? God bless him. But we can manage our work. A pair of oxen would plow better, but why the need? Our Kamal Bey is a merchant. He has no children. He loves to do good deeds. I told you, he liked you very much," said Kanker. Halil Aga paused, clearly calculating something. "So the poor man has no children, eh? Ah, I pity him now. He's a good man." To close the matter, Kanker said, "Come on, let's entrust your animals to your friends and get in the car." "No, Bey, that won't do. Dressed like this, can a man show up before such beys? Let's go home. I'll put on my proper clothes." "Our Bey doesn't care about such things. He's a warm fellow. He'll be happier if you come as you are. Look, he didn't hurt my feelings. He came just as he was." "That won't do, Bey. We may be villagers, but we're no savages." "Let's at least get home and have some ayran," said Halil Aga. Kanker didn't insist further. Halil Aga got into the car. They arrived at his house. "Come on then, Aga. Put on those proper clothes and hurry." Halil Aga changed, got back in the car. "Where's the Bey's house?" he asked. "The Bey's summer place is in Swadiye. He's a guest of his nephew." "We're going there," said Kanker. "What does his nephew do?" asked Halil Aga. "He's serving as a reserve officer these days." "At Atatürk's pavilion." "Good heavens, Bey, are we going to the pavilion?" "To the pavilion, yes." Hearing this, Halil Aga wanted to go back home. But Conquer persuaded him, and they reached the pavilion. That evening at Atatürk's table there were 25 people. Prime Minister İsmet İnönü, ministers, members of parliament, and the governor of Istanbul. Atatürk sat at the head of the table. At one point, Atatürk said, "Tonight our guest of honor will be our master. I want to see how you will treat him." A new curiosity spread through the room. Who was this our master? For the founder of the Turkish state to call someone our master, who could it be? Had Atatürk prepared a joke or a surprise? Or was this someone he truly respected? Just then, the chief aide entered, leaned toward Atatürk, and whispered something in his ear. With a pleased look, Atatürk said, "Show him in." All eyes fixed on the door without a blink. Atatürk rose from his seat. "Welcome, Halil Aga." Then, turning to the guests, Atatürk announced, "Here is the our master, Efendimiz, we have been waiting for." Atatürk told the guests how he had first met Halil Aga and mentioned that the state had taken Halil Aga's ox because of taxes. "Now," Atatürk said, "we will repeat what happened with Halil Aga right here. I will ask the questions I asked in the field. Halil Aga will repeat exactly what he told me. Listen, Halil Aga, you are my chief guest tonight. I've said I admire your frankness. Nothing we say will harm you. I will return your ox. But first I will ask what I asked in the field, and you will repeat what you said there." Terrified, Halil Aga tried to fall at Atatürk's feet, but Atatürk would not allow it. "No, I will not have that. The Turk should not do that. I ask you, did you say that the tax officers sold your ox?" At that point, Halil Aga understood he had no choice but to speak. "Yes." "And what did I say?" "Would any tax official sell a farmer's tool of production?" "That cannot happen." Atatürk asked again. "Did you complain to the village headman, Halil Aga?" "The headman was present, sir." "Then why not go to the district governor?" Atatürk looked around. The governor was not nearby. "What did you answer?" Halil Aga replied, "Without the governor's knowledge, not even a bird can fly around here, sir." Atatürk: "Well then, Istanbul is right there. You could have gone to the governor and told him your problem. Isn't that his job?" The governor was watching Halil Aga, who panicked further. Atatürk urged him, "Come on, Halil Aga. We would have to meet the governor to get him to stop. How could we possibly get his attention?" Atatürk: "All right, suppose that's true. But what about Prime Minister İsmet Pasha? Do you not know him? How could I not know our glorious İsmet Pasha?" Atatürk raised his voice. "Save the praises for later. He comes to Istanbul almost every week to Florya Pavilion. If you had waited at his door and told him your trouble, I'm sure he would have found a solution." Halil Aga fell silent. Atatürk grew stern. "Don't trouble me, Halil Aga. Repeat exactly what you said. We even called our glorious Pasha deaf. Not just deaf, but the deafest of the deaf, right?" Halil Aga: "Yes, that's what we said, Pasha. You're right." Atatürk said, "One last question. Answer this. Take your ox and go." Big Summer, Atatürk sits right here, does he not? If you had approached him and explained your plight, would he have left you in the lurch? Halil Aga: "Would he? He's my lion of a pasha." Atatürk, irritated: "Enough of that, Halil Aga. Just repeat what you told me." Suddenly, Halil Aga straightened, looked into Atatürk's eyes, and declared, "I could never say that, Pasha. Put fire in my mouth if I would." Atatürk smiles. "This Halil Aga will be hard on us. Nuri, you understand. Say it. Let Halil Aga tell whether he said it." Nuri Conquer smiled. "You always put the hard tasks on me, Pasha. To see Mustafa Kemal, who are we? Even if he saw us, would he lift himself from his work and run after our ox? Halil Aga nodded, eyes wet. Atatürk spoke. The reason I have troubled you so is this. The government you see, one of them is the Prime Minister. The others are ministers, are placed in office to watch over the country. If a law is needed, these gentlemen must make it. They pass a law, the assembly approves it, it becomes law. Yet a tax collector comes and takes Halil Aga's ox for a tax debt. Halil Aga tries to plow with an ass on one side and a mule on the other. Production falls, sowing becomes harder. Who cares? When I see this, my heart bleeds. Tell me honestly, Halil Aga, if you were in my place, what would you do? Halil Aga looked at Atatürk and said, You drove the Greeks into the sea, Pasha. You planted our flag at our bedside. You seated a peasant like me at your table. I cannot even find words to pray for you. Let me kiss your foot. Atatürk smiled to Halil Aga. May you never be absent from us, like our flag. As a peasant, you are the master of the nation. Halil Aga asked permission to leave. Atatürk saw him off and returned to the table. Did you see our master, gentlemen? If the state treats someone like that, what will you do? This is a blessed nation. Now it falls to us to stand up for him. Silence fell around the table. Atatürk continued. The law that allows the seizure of Halil Aga's ox is either flawed or being applied wrongly. Either way, it's wrong. We speak of Istanbul now, but there is Van, Bitlis, and countless remote districts. The mechanism is not turning correctly. Gentlemen, we did not create the Republic merely as ornament. We did it to build a government for the people. What saddens me most is that people might think we have built a system against the people rather than for them. We have failed to explain the Republic, gentlemen. If we take away Halil Aga's ox, the country cannot produce. If it cannot produce, it cannot prosper. Therefore, either change the law if it's lacking, or fix the implementation. Ismet Pasha turned to Atatürk. We will fix it, Pasha. Our story ends here. But the journey isn't over. We'll be here for the next story. And we'll be waiting for you.